Dr. Aaron, I should say. I'll start with you because you had a very, very interesting relationship with your mom and what was going on in your house. Talk to me about your mother.
Well, my mother is a very strong woman. She had two young children back when we were growing up, and like many women who are single mothers, they can find themselves in difficult situations with an abusive partner. And that's the situation that we found ourselves in with her boyfriend, who was extremely violent, heavy drug user, and would abuse my mother, my sister, and myself.
When you say abuse, what do you mean?
I mean harsh physical abuse. Objects, belts, fists, shoes, feet, kicking, punching.
Wow.
It was both physical and psychological. Just as an example, as a child, you know, my sister and I, we couldn't really come home. He didn't want to see footprints, so we had to be careful about how we even walked and navigated in the apartment.
Wow.
So everything had to be just right.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting about your story is the fact that your mother was dealing with the abuse, and at one time she left.
Correct.
But what happened after she left?
Well, we were on the road to California. I was very excited. I said, finally, we'll have a breath of fresh air. And midway in the mountains, she stopped, and she called, Greg was his name, and she called him, and he convinced her that things will be better, that he's sorry, he loved her, he loved us. And you know, that's the cycle of abuse that many people find themselves in.
But stop for a second,
Yes.
because what you just said is important. So how old were you?
I was 8.
You were 8 years old. And you take me back there. You are watching your mother.
Yes.
Talk to Greg.
Yes.
And what do you feel like at the moment you realize the car is being turned around?
I felt demoralized. I felt defeated. I felt we're going to go back and it's going to be exactly the same as it's been for the past 4 or 5 years.
Did you express anything in that moment?
I said, where are we going? Yeah, I expressed...
You better than me.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, where the hell are we going?
I don't think I was allowed to speak like that, but yeah.
Me either, but you know, sometimes
So
you
what
gotta
are we
risk
doing?
your life.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was scary.
And what was the conversation like? Because the moment is charged with so much emotion, right?
Right.
What are you? Does your mom say anything to you?
Yeah, she says that he loves us and it's going to be better.
And what happened when you heard that?
I thought, that's a lie. You bought this guy's lie. You believed the lie, and we're going to suffer. We're all going to suffer as a result.
Wow. Yeah. Did it change how you felt about your mother?
Yes. I mean, it was difficult to trust her judgment and trust her. I was only 8, but I could see what was happening.
Yeah.
And you know, it's taken many years to understand and have compassion for her as a young woman stuck in that cycle.
You know, Cynthia, I'm coming back. I got to ask you one more question, and that is, and it might be the most important question. Did he ever abuse you?
Yes, he did.
How? How so?
Well, I mean, it was psychological, but it was also physical. I think I may have had it slightly easier as a boy, in that, you know, I tried to make him not hit them, not hit me, and so I would go overboard on trying to be perfect and follow his rules. But even when I tried to follow the rules, I remember he said, you know, don't go into the field that's across the way. And I said, got it, got the message, don't want anyone to get hit as a result. And you know, I was fond of science, and I was playing with magnets, and I got a bunch of magnet shavings from soil. He saw those, believed that I had disobeyed his order, and woke me up beating me. And so that was one of the examples.
What were some more of his rules?
Well, I couldn't come home until one of them were home. So between school and 7 o'clock, I just had to be out trying to, you know, find friends to hang out with.
And how old were you?
This was from 6 to 8.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Some more rules, because I'm fascinated.
Well, I mean, one, you can't talk back. you can't, you know, if you are using a facility like the bathroom, you have to clean up after yourself every time. Don't leave anything behind. There were no toys just being left. The place was always spotless, or someone would be hit.
So he was invested in control.
Absolutely.
He had to be in control all the time.
Absolutely.
Of your body's in his presence and your body when you're not in his presence.
Correct.
And your response to that was to perfect his rules.
Right.
As a way to keep the abuse away from your mom.
Right.
And yourself.
And my sister.
And your sister.
Yes.